Part 2 of the CNC plasma table build. Now this is going to cover the Y-axis gantry and the motor drive. Now a little massaging of the aluminum in the mill. We got some parts. So again, I wanted to try and make these parts out of aluminum instead of the 3D printed parts for a little bit more robust setup. Some of the parts I thought would be better to weld them together than rather to bolt them. So you'll see those parts and my ugly welds. Here's a comparison with the 3D printed parts. The aluminum parts will be a little bit smaller, and the weight, probably similar, about the same, maybe a little bit lighter. These are the main pieces. I'm going to need a handful of bolts, some 8mm shafts, some bearings. You can see here how much smaller the gantry will be in aluminum. This will change the overall length of the Y-axis components as well. So 3D parts about that wide, aluminum about 4-5 inches narrower. Now within these bearing blocks will be captive 8mm rods with bearings, and these are adjusted on the Y-axis with these set screws. And then that's all sandwiched together with another plate of aluminum. And then on the Y-axis it goes. Now they'll be held in their positions with a top and bottom plate like you see here. Oh yeah, before I bolt that together, I want to put on the lead screw driven block. It's actually on the bottom of it. It's a bit beefy, but whatever. And don't look too close at those goober welds. They're still covered in soot. Argon's getting a little low. Once these components are all put together on the machine, then you adjust these set screws to change the angle, and you would square all this up. And this gantry will be driven by the motor, which will be at one end mounted to the frame. I also opted to weld this motor mount pieces together. Man, I really hate using bolts smaller than 8mm, 5/16-ish. My fingers don't work good with those. Not sure why I chose to put the lead screw in from this side, but now you get to see me screw it all the way through to the other end. And on the motor mount here is another proximity switch, and so this will be for my Y-axis homing. It all operates really tight and smooth, and on this top plate I'm going to be mounting the X-axis motor that'll drive the torch head back and forth. In the next video I'll be assembling it all together and then adding some of the electrical components.